I have been away for a good long while because I had a medical emergency. If you plan on moving to St. Lucie County, please don't. Something in the environment is poisoning people. I have my theories, but I'm going to leave that for another video. St. Lucie County, Florida. Anyways, I am an incredibly healthy person normally. I don't eat any junk food. I go out and get my sun, and I take supplements only as needed. I can't say really that there's any one that I would recommend that everybody universally take. It's what my body needs. Anyway, what happened was the left side of my body completely stopped working properly. I really couldn't walk well. My left hand, the coordination it really wasn't aiming well. Like, if somebody told me to touch my chin, I would end up touching my nose. And my left eye stopped working with my right eye, and so I was seeing double. I couldn't walk independently because of that. My energy was just totally zapped. And, it was like I wasn't getting enough oxygen. Anyway, so I go to the emergency room, and of course it looked like I had a stroke. I'm only 44. And so they gave me a CT scan, and they found lesions eating away at my skull. And so naturally they were like, well, we need to do an MRI to see if you have cancer. I'm going to tell you now, I'm not scared. And so I don't scare easily, and the doctors and the nurses really did their best to scare me. And actually what they did was a lot of gaslighting, and my husband witnesses. This is common for women to go through, tons of gaslighting by the medical system. And my husband laughed at them. I mean, he was scared, but you don't use those kind of tactics on me. They don't work. And anyway, I had an experimental surgery 30 years ago. I had 2 bone tumors in my hip. They used graphite to put me all back together. So I have this inside my body for 30 years, and MRI machines are literally built out of graphene, which is a derivative of graphite, and that is what's inside my body, and it's permanently magnetic. Had I gone in that MRI machine, I would have been disfigured or killed. I cannot have an MRI. So they didn't give me other options. They're making it out like I'm going to die without this MRI. Of course, these bastards just wanted their money. So, and they wouldn't give me a wheelchair to leave the hospital. So with my husband's help, I walked out, very slowly. But truly, these people that was a different level of cruelty. I mean, I wasn't speaking well or anything, but I had a strong will to live, and I walked out. So anyway, naturally I have a strong distrust of the medical system because I have a lot of terrible stories. But I noticed this happen first day of my period, and so I connected it to the estrogen levels in my body. They're still very regular by my periods, but first day of your period, your estrogen levels drop. So I knew this, and I started taking red clover, and my symptoms started reversing. I knew somehow this is related to hormones, so I'm doing a lot of research on how hormones are connected to the nervous system beyond the peripheral of, well, when women go through menopause, sometimes they get neuropathy. No, beyond that. How is this all working together? But also, red clover is not categorized as a nervine because it actually acts through your extracellular matrix. So how did red clover reverse the neuropathy in my body? I mean, I lost a lot of feeling. I just went numb. And it corrected my eyesight. I'm walking normally now. I can cook again. I can drive again. It's really been giving me back my life. Red clover is great for a lot of things. It can treat tumors too. It just does it kind of slowly, and you probably want to mix other therapies in with the red clover. Anyway, so how does it work? So the studies are difficult to find. There not enough studies are being done on women. Women's bodies are way more complicated than a man's, and not enough studies are being done on herbs. Like, how exactly is this working? But what I had learned is that we have a fourth phase of water that runs inside our bodies naturally, and it conducts electricity. So we conduct electricity outside our nervous system, which I hadn't realized. And when I looked at my astrological chart, so right now I have Uranus squaring both my personal Venus and Mercury. So they both sit like 1 degree apart in my personal chart. And squaring means these planets are miscommunicating. It's like a misfire. They're duking it out. They're fighting it out. And Uranus deals with the electricity that flows through the body. Mercury deals with the nervous system, the physical structure of the nervous system. And Venus deals with estrogen for sure. But it also deals with benign tumors. So really the astrology backed up what I had observed without it. And, I want this to be a lesson to women. Really pay attention to when your symptoms of whatever you're dealing with starts compared to your period, because your period adjusts, or your hormones adjust throughout your whole 28-day cycle, give or take. But the average is 28 days. It's really important to understand that, because your body is more complicated than a man's, and your hormones play a vital role in all of your systems inside your body. So back to the fourth phase of water. So we know the first 3 phases are ice, liquid water, and steam. But the fourth phase contains an extra hydrogen molecule. So it's actually H3O instead of H2O, and it conducts electricity. So inside our bodies, our extracellular matrix conducts this, and it releases electrical impulses to like our cells to make them move and do what it wants, contract and expand. Same thing with our muscles. It's controlled through your extracellular matrix. Your cells are not the thing inside your body that's in charge, right? So when your extracellular matrix messes up, it can cause your cells to mess up, and that's really important to understand. Cellular theory is wrong, but we've known this since the 1970s. That's a whole other topic. But this right here is what I've chosen to add to what I've been doing. And it's called the Iteric Hair Wand. So the Iteric Hair Wand uses scalar waves, terahertz, and optical quartz, which is really fancy. So basically it works on the quantum level. And it can help restore electricity inside my body, the way it functions, and help it restore naturally. So I've just started using this. I have seen some positive benefits. So I'll discuss that more as I use this longer, so you can decide, whether or not you want to get this or not. But you should know your body has the ability to build these electrical impulses on their own. So it needs the building blocks to do it. And red clover is one of those building blocks. So is juicing, green plants. I'll do more videos as I'm able to. I know I'm using these cheap little mics right now. It's just easier than setting up my phone holder and all that stuff. I even had to cut off my hair. My hair was so long, it was all the way down to my butt. But I couldn't physically take care of it, so it'll grow back. It always grows back. So you all have a blessed day. Bye.